Hi everybody, welcome back to another episode of Indigenous Survival. I'm your host Jeff Gibson. Today I'm going to be doing one on a box type live snare trap. What you're going to need for this is some sticks, twine, your pocket knife. Okay, I'm going to show you some of the setup and then get right to it. Okay, now you got your sticks. Got a whole slew of them right here. You're going to take your twine, tie two sticks together like this. So now you got one stick on each side. And I do find it does help if you groove your sticks just a little bit to allow them to hold the twine a little bit. Just put that little groove like I do when I make a snare trap. So it like I said, you don't have to, but I find it does help. Just a little groove just to give your twine something to grab a hold of. And what you're going to do is you're going to twist these. 1 second. Okay, now that you have them like this, you have it twisted where you form an X with the your cordage. I like twine, but okay, it's real simple. You see how you got these two right here? You're just going to alternate with sticks until you're going to kind of be like a pyramid. I'll show you what that looks like in just 1 second. Okay, show you how it should look so far. Okay. Now if you rotate them, like I said, as you put them in, you're alternating. You're building this up. Still got some more to put in here. But what you're building is you're building your box. Okay, it's real simple to do. Okay, I'm actually going to also weave in after I get it done. As you put them in, you want to pull these apart. Push them back as far as you can. The tighter, the better. Okay. What I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to take some grapevines that I have right here, and I'm going to weave them in there, in and out. Kind of more for some. Yes, it does add some structural to it, but also it does add a little camouflage. Now, this type of trap is really good for birds. Could catch a squirrel, but it's really good for birds. So let me add more to this, and I'll show you what it should look like when you're done. Okay, now I got it kind of camouflaged a little bit. Not the greatest, but just something that breaks it up. Okay, as for the trigger, it's going to be basically a modified L7. Now, I'm just using some elderberry because that's what I'm using here. I cut two sticks, groove, so I can get this little shape like this. Okay. Now, I left one with a little bit of a gap, because that's where the trigger stick's going to sit. Okay, you're going to put your trigger right there. Your bait stick's going to right here. Okay, again, I'm just using elderberry. You could use whatever sticks you find. I trimmed some of my I trimmed some of my elderberries down, so I'm using those. Sorry for the noise, guys. I'm in my front yard. So anyway, there's your bait and trigger stick. I'm going to set this up and show you what it looks like. Okay. Now I got it set up. Now normally I would have a little bit of bait on that bait stick. But because I'm not trying to catch anything, just doing this like I am. Again, with all my other traps, I'm not trying to catch anything. But if I was, I'd have my bait right on that little stick, along with a little bit of other bait around it. Trying to catch birds, there'll be maybe some seeds, stuff like that. This is how it works. Grab a stick here. If I have some bait right there on the end of this stick, the way this is cut, these are just held on with just the weight of your trap. Okay, so if I'm using this stick as a bird here, bird's around here, he starts hitting this, he's caught. Okay, I'll try to show you how to set this up again. Okay, I went ahead and shortened that bait stick down just a little bit, make it a little bit more sensitive. As you can see if I can't get a closer shot here. What you want to do, see how that's set. Okay, the only thing you're keeping that thing up is just the weight of the trap itself. Okay, now again, since I got it shorter, I got bait right here. I'd throw some bait here, maybe some peanut butter, whatever I'm trying to catch. Again, depends on what you're trying to go after. Be some berries, stuff like that. Birds eat them. I know they do because they eat my grapes. So as they're sitting here, now these are live traps. I kind of like them for one reason. Unlike all my other traps, which are pretty much instant kill. If I had this set up and I come back and I'm checking them, maybe the bird's a little bit too small or too young of a squirrel or whatever, okay, I can release it, no harm done. So there you have it on that type of trap. Your live traps have their benefits, you know, they do. So okay, I went ahead and shortened that bait stick down just a little bit, make it a little bit more sensitive. As you can see if I can't get a closer shot here. What you want to do, see how that's set. Okay, the only thing you're keeping that thing up is just the weight of the trap itself. Okay, now again, since I got it shorter, I got bait right here. I'd throw some bait here, maybe some peanut butter, whatever I'm trying to catch. Again, depends on what you're trying to go after. Be some berries, stuff like that. Birds eat them. I know they do because they eat my grapes. So as they're sitting here, now these are live traps. I kind of like them for one reason. Unlike all my other traps, which are pretty much instant kill. If I had this set up and I come back and I'm checking them, maybe the bird's a little bit too small or too young of a squirrel or whatever, okay, I can release it, no harm done. So there you have it on that type of trap. Your live traps have their benefits, you know, they do. So okay, so as I was saying, you know, live traps do have their benefits on the fact that they're not quick kill. I don't have to worry about too much. It will, I mean, the animal will, if I did forget it, which you should never do, the animal would manage to get out of it. But you know, you really shouldn't even do that. If you're setting traps, check them. But one thing about the live trap is, should the animal be a too small of, let's say, a squirrel, rabbit, too small of a bird, you know, you got to think about that and say, well, you know, I may be in a survival situation. I may be needing that energy, that food, but this one ain't gonna, by the time I skin it or whatever, there ain't gonna be enough of it to do anything with. Then again, depending on the situation, that may be the only that may be what's going to help keep you going, to survive, to get help, to get rescued, whatever. Remember, again, choice is up to you. You can say, hey, look, I really need this. I'll take it. But you could also be generous too and say, well, yeah, I'm kind of hungry, but I'm not that bad off. This bird isn't going to give me much protein, much nutrition. I can get as much nutrition eating some cattail roots, a few other items, depending on where you're at. Cattails are pretty much everywhere. So yeah, trade-off. So again, these are real easy to make. You can make a few of them while you're in your shelter. You gather up the materials, because I don't know about everybody else, but when I go to bed, I can't seem to be tired right then, and I'm awake for a while, quite a while sometimes, usually doing studying, because life is studying. Okay, life is nothing but studying. You learn constantly. You learn up until the day you die. You're always learning. So, you know, I could be, as I'm sitting up reading some of my favorite books, trying to relax, drinking a hot cup of tea, which I like putting maple sugar in it. Tea with maple sugar or real maple syrup, to me, is some of the best there is. And it don't even have to be YO teas. It could be tea you buy at the store. But something about the maple syrup, and believe it or not, I read that in a book about frontier living. Sugar was expensive, wasn't really easy to get. People used maple syrup as a sweetener. I couldn't see doing it to my coffee, but I tried it in tea, and by the way, it does taste really nice. But that's not a trapping thing, I know. I'm just letting you know that. But anyway, you know, simple little trap. You could be sitting, you know, in your shelter, having a nice cup of tea or bouillon or whatever. You can gather the materials during the day, cut them, and make several of these and set them up. And remember, the old saying is always true. If you want to catch one squirrel, you better set 10 traps. I got a few other trapping ones I want to do, a few other things. It's been a little bit since I've made any videos, so haven't really felt too great. So, but I am feeling better now. Wanted to do this one. I got a couple others that I want to go out and do, and it's a little noisy out here today. Till my next video, everybody stay safe. The world is a little crazy out here lately. So have a good one.